planning weddings, I've seen things. And some people think they know their parents and they just don't. Let them finish, let them voice their opinion because they will have one. That's why they're overbearing. But sometimes you just need to, you know, dig a bit so you can understand where they're coming from. This is Wedding Wahala with Tayo. Solving your Nigerian wedding planning problems. Today's topic is, how do I work with my overbearing parents? As we identified in video number 1 about overbearing parents, your real problem is not that your parents are overbearing. Your real problem is, how do I work with them? Because unless you're planning to bundle them up and get rid of them, I don't really think it's a good idea to axe them from your whole, you know, parade. So my first piece of advice on this one will be to listen. Use your ear and listen. As in, it's so important. Like, you may not realize, but you can solve many issues with just listening. As in, just hear them out. Like, when they're saying something to you, when they're telling you their plans, listen to them. Like, listen to what they're saying. Let them speak out what they want, what they're thinking about. So you two can now counter with your own argument, or I won't put it as argument because I think that makes it even more tense, but your own point as well. So if they're saying, oh, you want to get married in October, but they're saying they want you to get married in April, you know, both of you reason together. But don't be like, no, like shutting them off and cutting them off before they can even finish their sentences. Don't like let them not speak, because I told you, and I will just give you a small video on different types of parents that I've identified, and the reason why this is even more important. You just need to let them speak. You need to let them let it out. You need to hear them out. You need to let them say what they want to say, so that you know where you all stand at the end of the day. And trust me, you will get things done. You will get more things done where you can reason things together rather than being like loggerheads with one another. Just think of teamwork. Think of teamwork. I always think of uni. The amount of times I ended up in funny groups. You know, you always had that at least one person that's like a bum, and you're thinking, why the heck are you in my group? Like, why are you in my group? Like, why? But because you know you want your first, you're aiming for the best mark you can get. You're making sure you work out the best way to work with this person to make sure you get your work done at the end of the day, because you know the excuse of, because of so and so we didn't get the work done is not even going to cut it. So you work out how to best work with them, and it's usually not by shouting at them. It's usually not being at loggerheads, but it's actually just focusing on the things you need to focus on, and, you know, letting people know this is this and this is that. So I would say definitely listen and let them speak out what they're thinking, and don't cut them off before they finish their sentence, or roll your eyes, kissing your teeth. Like, you know, the body language is important as well. You know, be happy. Make sure you're happy when they're saying their thing. Make sure you're showing interest. Make sure you're you know, okay mom, okay dad, okay, you're thinking this date, okay, cool, we were thinking this date because this, you know. And I guarantee you there will be a big difference than being at loggerheads with them. My second piece of advice, and then I'll go into what I'm going to say. My second piece of advice is, don't be rude. The amount of times that I've heard the parents say, oh, that bride is rude, or that girl is rude, that guy is rude, you know. And it's not because they're rude really, it's just because of the whole pressure that they're feeling. Some things are just coming out a bit harsher than they would necessarily be in a different type of setting, you know. Or because of the frustration, you're just like being very blunt and very sharp and stuff like that. But I guarantee you that won't help you. Like, it won't help you. I remember going to a meeting, and, you know, they're nearly arguing. The parent and the child's nearly arguing because they're saying that they're rude and this, that, the other, you know. And really the person wasn't being rude, but, you know, everyone's getting a bit stressed and everyone's getting a bit antsy. So it just doesn't help. So don't be rude. And, you know, you have to remember, like, whether you were brought up here or not, like, your parents are still Nige, like, they're still Nigerian. Like, rudeness is just not tolerated. Like, it's just not tolerated. So it's not about you feeling like you got wings because you're getting married and you're leaving the home. No, leave that one. You know, you was still, you know, prostrate for your family even if you're 90. As long as they're alive, the age gap doesn't close. You know, that age gap does not close. So make sure you're not rude about what you're doing. Trust me, it may seem like such minor advice, but trust me, listening goes far and not being rude goes very far. especially with the culture, it goes very fast. So take these two things on board, and plus my third one, which was also my first one in the first video, is remember it's their day too. Breathe, it's their day too, and they're just as excited as me. Literally, you're gonna need to be taking a lot of deep breaths when you're planning a wedding, and just be like, it's their day too, it's their day too, it's their day too. They're just as excited as me. It's their day too, you know? So just don't take offense to anything like it's not worth it. I guarantee you've got bigger and better things to be stressed about, you know? So I hope that again, it's just giving you a bit more scope and a bit more help on how to handle your overbearing parents. Like, it happens and they don't mean to be, but they're just excited. Like, they're really just excited. So if you've got any questions, any wedding related questions, make sure you hashtag Wedding Wahala, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Click like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe so you would get kept up to date with the latest videos. We'd love to hear from you. So thanks for watching once again. Hashtag Wedding Wahala.
This time yesterday, I was still at home with mommy and daddy. This time yesterday, you were just the boyfriend number one.